management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. We're really glad to connect with each one of you and explore life's journey. And tonight, we're talking to your guides and your angels. You see, life is a journey, and we never know what we're going to need. It's full of surprises. Perhaps you've had some surprises this 2021. I know I have. It's been an interesting time. But when we navigate life, we often have to ask ourselves the question, what am I going to need? What do I need to be prepared for? How do I handle some of life's obstacles? And how do I get the guidance from the divine? How do I know that I'm not alone? We're never alone, but we feel that way. There are times where we feel no one is there to help us. And we call our friends and maybe our family or maybe our coworkers, and we realize they just don't show up for us. Because after all, they've got their lives too. But as we navigate the changes in life and we really try to do our best, we need some help. And that's what your angels and your guides are here for, to give you help. Help. We need somebody. Not just anybody. We need our guides and our angels. You see, when I seek the opinion of a friend, I know they're going to give me their opinion based on life's experiences and how life has treated them. And no two experiences in the human experience are identical. So just because someone's opinion of what perhaps dating is like, or looking for a job may be, or perhaps a family matter, I may want to hear how they feel or what they think. But often your friends and your family, they cannot tell you what is best for you. They can only give you their observatory point of view from their life experience or that which they heard from another. And that's secondhand information, sometimes third party. Is it no wonder in a court of law, we're really not to admit hearsay, and a lot of what we get from other people is hearsay. We're hearing what they have to say, and sometimes it's not that good, because they don't understand who you are. They don't know your journey. They don't know that some of the obstacles in your life are really designed to set you back for your comeback. It's really designed for you to step into the essence of who you are and discover the strength, the courage, the resilience, the reliability, the responsibility of who you are and what you've come to do in this lifetime. For some of us, life is simple, and we know many of those people. They seem to have this carefree life. But is it really that way? Or is it just that they don't talk about everything that's going wrong? You know, we've got those kind of friends, the ones that are always like, well, this is what happened today, and oh my God, and everything's drama. Do you know some of those people? I could tell you stories. Well, I guess I could, because I sit across people every day helping you navigate your drama. And sometimes we can realize that we've done some of it to ourselves. But there are other things that are dramatic that we really couldn't see coming. And then how do you handle it? How do you overcome the obstacles or the curves in the road when you're really not prepared? We have to seek assistance. And that assistance is there always. It comes in the form of your guides and your angels. You see, we all have angels, and we all have a guardian angel. And then we've got a whole host of angels. I can assure you, my angels, they're really tired. I keep them on their toes. And some of you have angels that are just sitting there going, I don't know. I think they know I'm here. I don't know. Should we get their attention? What do you think? And the angels are having a meeting saying, we really don't have much to do with this one. They're just going to tough it out and figure it out and really try to make everything happen and push when all they have to do is ask for assistance. Your angels know the outcome, and they know the struggles that you have. You know that story, nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Well, we all have one of those stories. But your angels and your guides understand the reason, the meaning, the openings that come from that, well, snafu in life. And then we have our guides. Your guides, they were once human, so they get it. They know what it was like to be in this physical embodiment and go through some of life's challenges, financial, emotional, betrayal, personal relationships, maybe drama, whatever it is, sorrow, they've experienced it. And their job is to assist you in navigating those emotional experiences so that you, deep in your heart, recognize the fact that love still exists and you're a powerful being, even though things are going on around you that may cause you a little bit of uncomfortability or perhaps a little bit of drama. And every guide that's with you has been with you before. We've got this whole crew of guides that kind of cycle around all of us. Now you may ask, how many guides do I have? Well, that varies from person to person, but we don't just have one or two guides. They would be exhausted. We have several guides, and I want you to think of guides almost like heads of department stores. You know, you've got shoes, you've got clothes, you've got lingerie, you've got men's, we've got housewares, we've got children's, we've got accessories, we've got it all, right? Well, you have guides that cover it all. So if in this lifetime you're meant to master some scholastic studies that maybe far exceed where you think you're capable of going, you have a guide to assist you with that. That's their area of expertise. They're the ones that prompt you to study more or take an extra class or just pop the answer in your head. Lord knows that's how I got through a lot of my tests in school, especially college. I was so busy in the practice room singing when it came to the application stuff. I just had to sit there and go, I hope I know the answer, because I was into performing. But you still have to take all the other classes. So no matter where you are in your journey, you have a guide to assist you. And you have guides that have been a part of your family for generations. They are around us, here to help us. But rarely do we humans, unless you're on your spiritual metaphysical journey, your awakening, and more of you have joined us since 2012, well, each one of you has an opportunity to talk to your guides. And essentially, you just have to ask. That easy, you say? Yes, it is. You've just got to ask them for assistance and tell them that you want evidence. You need to know that you've made the connection because you're a little uncertain as to how they may communicate with you. Now, I have some of my clients who, well, they hear their guides like an outside voice. And I'm sure if we sat in a shrink's office, they'd be like, okay, you need meds. But we know that our guides can communicate with us in so many different ways. It could be in a sign. It could be something simple. It could be something that's just a song that represents what you were thinking. Or maybe a big billboard that has a message that was exactly what you needed to see. And your guides gave you the prompting, the nudge to look up and see it. They've done that to me quite a bit of times. And they show me the billboard and it's like, okay, we're going to get special with you because you obviously aren't paying attention, Sarah Spiritual. So let's put it in the big print for the little girl to see. You see, they're here to help us and have fun. Never, ever your guides and your angels sitting there judging you like our human friends might. Your guides and angels are saying, well, the best choice, the easier choice for them would be for them to make the choice to the right. But if they make the choice to the left, we're not judging them. We're just going to help them navigate and reroute themselves to get to where they need to go. All of this is based on a master plan that does include a bit of your free will. Your free will to choose just how the experience plays out. But I've come to realize that many experiences, they are pre-planned. There is something in your soul contract that says you're going to meet individuals, maybe not the exact person you meet, but an individual that represents those qualities and characteristics so that you could learn from that experience or grow to form a relationship with that person. And believe it or not, even in your astrological chart, you can see, yes, indeed, who's supposed to be your mom or your dad. It just all kind of shows you what the lessons are and who you're going to need to grow with and what some of life's challenges are. So if it's already written in the stars, as my friend Stacy Haller would say, my friend the astrologer, can you imagine that all of this is written in the stars and the angels have got the memo? So we're not alone. And you may say, but what about my loved ones? You know, I was so blessed to talk to someone earlier today, and she and I were talking about her dad, who unfortunately passed in March. And she was waiting and wondering, when am I going to know if he's okay? And then sure enough, he appeared with her granddad. And it wasn't even his father, it was her mother's father. And it just showed her that they were in the same energy of the same soul family, and that they both were looking out for her. And it appeared in a dream. So we will get our signs from our loved ones, from our guides. My guides take me on trips. They take me to hotels and elevators and numbers, and they take me to all different places just so that I could know what's coming up next. But I have my favorite dream. And it really wasn't a very good outcome when I look at the fact that it was a complicated outcome. But my favorite dream is a dream where Archangel Michael came to me. You see, in my dream, I was just kind of chilling, and I got called into a room where there were a bunch of people, and everyone's back was against the wall, and we were in a big square. And I want to pause this story and just let you know that earlier that day, I was talking to my son, who at the time was a teenager, and some of his other teenage friends, and they said they were going to be making cookies. So let me continue with the story. So as I am in this room, I'm beginning in my dream to ask people, why am I here? And what I imagined were some of my guides. They were like, shh, shh, quiet, quiet. Well, you can't silence Sarah Spiritual. I was like, what? Why do I got to be quiet? What is going on? Is this a court matter, a legal matter? Why am I in this waiting room? And the guy next to me very sternly said, shh. Well, shut me up for just a minute. And seconds later in the dream, these big doors opened. And they must have been 15 feet tall. Huge doors. And as these big doors opened, two gentlemen who were equally tall came in the room. And they had a book in their hand. And interestingly enough, one had one side of the book in one hand, and the other had their palm on the other side of the book. And they were hovering over the book. So, of course, you know, little Sarah Spiritual in her dream, she turns to the guy and said, okay, what's going on? And again, the gentleman says, please be quiet. Shh. And so just as I was getting ready to stand up in front of these very tall men in the dream, they nodded to each other. They pointed to the book. And as they looked at the book, they then turned, and they turned to the gentleman, and they said, she can go. And so the gentleman turned to me and said, you can go now. And I said, go now? Why was I here? And just as I said, why was I here? And I stood up to ask some more questions. Right behind those two very tall gentlemen, hovering above them, was Archangel Michael. And then the dream ended. Now, mind you, I found that as a very strange dream, wouldn't you? So I really didn't know what that dream meant. But now I have to fast forward. Fast forward to that conversation of the young kids getting ready to make chocolate chip cookies. Well, unbeknownst to me, while I was walking the dogs, one of the other teenagers said, I'll get the car. We don't have what we need for the chocolate chip cookies. And they went off to our local market, Publix. And as they drove down a very local street, for some reason, this girl, I don't know why, she thought that because she could make a left and had a green light, I don't know why she didn't realize the other cars had the right of way too. And so just as she was turning, the car got hit. Now, before they all got in the car, my son said, I call shotgun. And the young girl who was seated behind him had said, no, I call shotgun. And he said, no, I'm going to sit in the passenger seat. Well, lucky for her, he did, because that was the seat that got hit directly by the car. And everything was smashed in, even smashed my son's phone. So now you're sitting there thinking, oh my goodness. But everybody ended up being all right. The girl in the back seat, had she been in the passenger seat, I can assure you she probably wouldn't be here today. But what happened was she got a cut. So they did airlift her and ended up being fine. But the person who took the brunt of the impact was my son. Now, the firemen, the police, they were looking to see who was the individual, expecting to see them all bandaged up and bruised up. But nope, he was perfectly fine, just a cracked phone. And you know, to a teenager, a cracked iPhone was the horrible part of it all. But in the end, I realize now, looking back, that they were showing me in the dream that my guides and my angels, they were looking out for me. And that book that they had, that was the book of life. That was the book of life that determined whether my son was going to live, die, or get hurt. And apparently, Archangel Michael stepped in and said, oh no, this isn't going to happen. So that was the premonition, not knowing where it was going to apply, but just knowing that my angels and my guides are watching over me and my family too, just like they're watching over your families. We're never really alone. And they know long before it's about to happen what's going to happen. And based on, well, how you choose to live your life and how you live in gratitude and how you choose to express from your heart your truth and be truthful and be loving and choose the energy that is going to support your spiritual growth and assist others on their path in whatever way is your journey. Of course, they will always do whatever they can to show favor upon you. There are some things, unfortunately, that cannot be bypassed, and we as humans see and hear of it every day. But you're never alone. Your guides and your angels are always prompting you, and they want you to know that they have your back. And your loved ones, they may not always be able to jump in and help you, and they can never be an angel because they've had the human embodiment. That's not their role in this journey of planet Earth. But I will say this. They hold the space of light and love so that you and your family will be fine, and that they are aware, no matter where they are, just how much you miss them, and they send you love every moment. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go to the phone lines and answer your questions. We're going to visit on Facebook and YouTube. Do you want to pop in and watch the show live? Go to Sarah Spiritual on YouTube or Facebook. Join the conversation, and quite a conversation it's going to be. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. Stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Before I walk through the door, do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. That's me. And we're going to be answering your questions tonight. Your questions about your guides and your angels. We're going to make that connection for you. I'll give you the guidance to handle what life throws your way. But perhaps you're looking to bridge that connection. Maybe, just maybe, you want to form a better connection to your angels and your guides. And maybe really know for sure that you got your grandma on the line. Well, we're going to put up some information because I have a program coming up. And it's the mediumship program. Would you like to know how to make that connection? Would you like to be able to receive evidence that you know is not just your imagination? And a way to feel that connect? And maybe, if you're looking to really expand, be able to give messages to other people, just like I do. Well, we have a class for you. It is our Direct Connect mediumship program. We teach you how to form that connection, how to hold it, how to form a meaningful relationship with your guides and your angels, and, well, how to tell them how to give you the information. Sometimes I wonder, am I training them or are they training me? But either way, we're going to train ourselves to make that connection and deliver information. If you'd like to learn more about this opportunity, please go to sarahspiritual.com. The class is going live on the 27th of July, and I would love, if you are interested, to have you join us. Now, this class is going to be available by a Zoom link. We used to do all of our classes live in person and online. For now, we're still holding that online position for just a while longer. But please know, if you want to meet me and have a personal session, yourself, you and I am open at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. There, we have all the products to suit your spiritual needs, all the rituals, all the connections that you want, your books, your crystals, your incense, oils, sprays, jewelry. We've got such a wide variety of items to assist your spiritual path. Visit us in West Palm Beach. You can learn more about the store and what we carry at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Sure hope to see you in West Palm Beach. I know we were so blessed to have some people visiting from Vegas, and they popped in for a visit. And then we had some other people who were visiting us from Phoenix, Arizona, and they popped in for a visit this week. So I love when my out-of-town guests who listen to the show pop on in and say, hey, I listened to the show and I just had to stop by and see you and check out the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So if you're local, what's stopping you? Stop by the Expedito Enlightenment Center and pick up all those wonderful goodies that you need for you and maybe that special gift for someone else. Well, our phone lines are ringing at 888-565-1470. We've got questions on Facebook and on YouTube, and I sure hope you're joining the conversation and also giving us your comments and your questions. We'll be getting to as many as possible. But for right now, I'm going to my phone lines, and you know the drill. As I answer a call, the lines open up more and more. So more. How do we like it? We like it when as many calls get answered right here on WWNN. So I'm going to go to Miami. I've got Amanda on the line. Amanda, how are you?
I am so happy.
Well, good, Amanda.
Sure.
Glad to hear that you're so happy. Good to connect with you.
You too. I just wanted to, confirm with you that one of our previous readings,
Great.
you had mentioned a timeline for August.
Right?
And August it is. I start a new job from August.
Wonderful. So in a reading, we
so
talked to
elated.
you about getting a new job in August. Is that what we talked about?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good to know Spirit knows, and apparently they have a good eye on the calendar too. So this new opportunity has a little bit of a bump in promotion or raise. Yes, please?
Oh, yes.
Good. So there we go. And I do know it was a goal, a desire for you, Amanda, to have this increase because you felt things were a little tight and you're feeling a little frustrated where you were. And I think that's why Spirit popped up and said, you can do anything for a little bit of time, Miss Amanda, because something's coming. Yes?
Ma'am.
Very good. And Amanda, you've got some really strong angels around you, and I particularly see Archangel Gabriel around you, giving a lot of creative new ideas. So if you've been finding yourself thinking about some new ideas, new ways to change things in your home or change how you look or what you want to do next for yourself, he's helping you with some inspirational ideas pertaining to home and to self. So welcome that inspiration because you're being assisted by Archangel Gabriel in that. Okay, Amanda.
Archangel Michael help with the love spectrum.
Well, Archangel Michael's your angel protection. Now, if we want to bring in love, and I think that's the only thing we got on our bucket list that hasn't quite crossed off yet, correct? We want to go to Archangel Shamuel. Archangel Shamuel is a love angel, so ask Archangel Shamuel to assist you in bringing matters of love to you. All right, Amanda? Thank you so much for sharing all your good news. We appreciate you, and be sure to talk to the angels, particularly Archangel Gabriel. And if we're looking for love, we don't want to be looking in all the wrong places, so let's have Archangel Shamuel help you out. Thanks, Amanda. Bye for now.
Okay.
888-565-1470. I want to see what's going on in Facebook. Who's got a question for us on Facebook? Let's see who we've got here. Or YouTube. Let's see. So love to find out what the next 3 months have in store for me. So we've got Miss Melanie Long. And Miss Melanie Long, well, she's got this really interesting energy here that makes me feel as if when she looks at things moving forward, she's going to find that life is going to bring a lot of changes. And I actually think, Melanie Long, if you're considering making big changes, like a move, like a shift in something in your career, this is what I want you to look at the next 3 months setting the stage to assist you in accomplishing by the end of this year. This is the year where we're going to, well, there's a song, kiss today goodbye and point me towards tomorrow. We got to point you towards tomorrow, honey, because tomorrow is going to bring a lot of changes. And you want to be open for the changes. And I feel like one of the main shifts that's going to happen is going to help you in your financial wellness and career. They also make me feel as if we've been navigating some bumps in relationships. So we're going to work on cleaning house in the land of relationships. Well, Melanie Long, thank you so much for following the show. Thank you for your question on Facebook. And we'll talk to you soon. Who else do we have on Facebook and on YouTube? On YouTube, we have, oh goodness, can't quite read this, but I have an appointment tomorrow in the medical office. I have lots of communication issues. Should I proceed with the procedure I've had scheduled in the office? So let me check the birthday here. I don't feel, what is the name of this person here? KB New York. KB New York. KB New York, this message is for you. When I look at the energy here, I feel like you're not going to get the results, and I kind of feel like this is an elective procedure, KB in New York, but our KB New York, I want you to really make sure before they begin that procedure that they have a clear understanding, because this miscommunication is still building up, and I don't feel that you're going to get the results that you want. So I would make sure to check with them before you go under that procedure. It is not all set, not the way you would like. Thank you so much for your question, and we ask Archangel Raphael to be there with you for healing, and we of course ask Archangel Gabriel, the communication angel, to make sure your words are heard and your wishes are followed. Thanks so much for following us on YouTube. We're going to take another question from Facebook or YouTube. We've got a Facebook question that pops up, and the Facebook question is from Rebecca. Rebecca, will they give me a social service director position? Rebecca, when I look at this energy, I feel as if you've got a lot of momentum in this direction. There is one person in the decision-making process that we have to, the word I'm hearing is convince. They need to know that you're able to do the job. So we are in the running. There is one person who we may need to give a little bit more reassurance to so that they can see that you have enough experience to back up your taking that position. Because that person does not hold you in the same regard as another person who is pushing for you to get this advancement. So we can't give you a yes, it's a slam dunk, Miss Rebecca, but we do know that this individual needs a little bit more information. Then we feel the angels will guide you through and good things are coming for you. Thanks so much, Rebecca. I know you follow the show and we greatly appreciate it. We're going to go to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And whatever your question is, we're here to answer it. So we're going to go to Angel. Angel is in Texas. Angel, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing great, Angel. And what is your question for us?
I guess I just finally kind of stepped out of my comfort zone and started making some big changes, and of course it comes with some anxiety, so I just kind of wondering how it's going to pan out.
Well, Angel, one of the things that has been a challenge for you is growth, because you are a creature of habit. That's kind of your personality, yes? And when I look at you holding yourself in the box, sometimes you tend to judge yourself a little harshly. Is that also true, Angel?
Yes.
And you also have, I don't know, this glass is half empty kind of feeling around you often. And you also are prone to anxiety even before making a big choice such as this. Is that also true?
Somewhat.
Okay. Overthinking, overanalyzing, over-concerning yourself. The growth spurt is going to be most beneficial, and you are going to be all right. The changes that I see, well, they kind of take you out of the circle of the people that you're used to. It makes me almost feel like we're kind of doing almost a 360 in how we do our life and our work. Is that correct?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay. What are we changing here, Miss Angel?
It is kind of a position in work. It's not a complete 360, but...
Mm-hmm. And it is relating to work, yes? You will be fine.
Yes.
You will be fine. And it is going to evolve into something else. So this inward movement may take you to another position from there. Is there growth there after that?
Yes.
Okay. It's the right move for the right time. And you will be able to grasp it all. You will be able to do it. And you will be able to figure it all out. This is the year for you, my dear, that you have to step into the energy of your personal creativity and taking yourself to color outside the lines and live on the side of adventure. So you're actually very much aligned with what life is supposed to be creating with you. So your prompting of making this change, even though it's a stretch outside your comfort zone, is dead on to where you need to be at this juncture of your life. So good girl, you're really on tune with your intuition.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome, Angel. Is this your first time calling the show?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. And how did you hear about us?
Through a friend of mine that has called in and listens to you frequently.
Okay, well, tell your friend I said thank you and welcome to our family. We hope you continue to follow the show and pop on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram for Sarah Spiritual. You'll know all the things we're up to. Good luck in this change, my dear. God bless you. You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we've got some more really good information for all of you. We've got some announcements and we've got calls all across the nation. So I've got to get back in just a moment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There, you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know.
Because you know that you know me, I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking with all of you all across the nation at 888-565-1470. If you're watching us on Facebook, share the page, share the light, share the love. We want to know that you like to share. We got to share. Sharing is caring. Let's share it all so that we can know that we reach as many people as possible. And to all of you listeners who are driving in the car, tuning in, we greatly appreciate you. And those of you who follow us on TuneIn or iHeartRadio, perhaps you have us on one of your other apps. We really appreciate your following the show and listening. We're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I got to go where they say it never rains, 'cause it never rains in Southern California. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with Miss Lisa in California. Yay. California girl, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling?
It is, yes.
How did you hear about the show, Lisa?
A friend of mine in California.
Wonderful. So we've got this long and winding road here ahead of you. Long and winding road. All right. So you got your seatbelt on? Because you got some changes. And you're trying to orchestrate some changes, right?
Yes.
And you've been asking your guides for help. And if one of your guides is Rhonda, you're going, help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. Right? We got a lot going on. Like, I look at you and you're like in a whirlwind, right? Because the choices here before you are significant, because it's really all about you stepping into who you've come to be and being true to yourself and not tippy-toeing around keeping everything so balanced. You know, I see here you're this little Miss Libra, but we can't keep everything in a balancing act right now. You've got to tip the scales a bit and lean a little bit more for you. This time of change is going to create opportunities personally, career-wise, and even in perhaps location. And I know that's a weird thing to say in California, because I know once you're in something, it's hard to make a move. But I feel like we need to make some changes along that line as well. So I'm going to open to you, Miss Lisa, and say, what are your questions for me? What's your question?
My question is Florida a good place for me to move to? To open up family connection and career-wise, because I keep getting really strong hits.
In that energy, yes.
That I'm supposed to go to Florida, and it's never been a place on my radar. I've visited it a million times, but...
Right. Well, you're looking to reinvent yourself, is that true?
Yeah, I'm looking to step more into the spiritual side of what I do.
So you're looking to... Really, it's according to my spirit guides, reinvent yourself, because I feel like there's a limit to where you are, and there's a growth that here offers you. And I feel as if that when you move yourself here, your energy shifts, because it's going to remind you of the days of Atlantis. You're familiar with Atlantis, yes, Lisa?
Yes.
Yes, you are, because you were there. And this is why the waters are calling you. They're calling you to this aspect of the country, because this is going to offer you the energy of transformation. There's going to be a frequency adjustment that happens when you come here, which is going to then align and attune the work that you do. And you do work for people that is along the lines of healing as well. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And this energy of healing is going to be even more fine-tuned. And the intuition, as an intuitive, is going to be even more heightened. So this is a move that you make, and it is a move that you will make anytime after this birthday of October.
Okay.
So after the October time, this is when the energy begins to open up for the shift. Now, kind of like California, we got to find a place to live. So that's the next little bit of asking the universe to open up the ideal place for you to be. There's something about a slightly northern feel as opposed to the southernmost points of Florida that lead me to say there's an energy untapped just for you. So to explore different places would be most advantageous to you.
Okay.
But is yes,
thank you.
You're welcome, is yes for the move to Florida, and you're right on track with all the changes that I see for you personally, spiritually, and of course, closing doors to open to new beginnings. And 2022, in the month of July, will have you on a whole nother frequency and plateau of energy that is going to be most beneficial. Lisa, thank you so much for calling into the show. I trust that I've been of service to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're welcoming your questions right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're going to go to Hillsborough. I've got Kim on the line. Kim, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I just have a question.
Yes.
Do you see me in the near future in a long-term committed relationship at all with a gentleman?
You mean ever?
Yeah, it's like I'm ready.
I know you are. And this year this year up until your birthday, you were really starting to feel that push. If I go back, and I go back 4 years ago, so I need to kind of go back to about 2016 into 2017, I feel like we were clearing out a lot of old energy and hurts, wounds, and personal relationships. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely.
And that healing that had to happen was helping you get ready to attract a better vibrational match partner. And when I bring in the energy of this better vibrational match partner for you, what I see is someone coming. Now, this year is also going to position you in a better financial way. I feel like this year is going to be very fruitful for you financially. And as I move you into this energy of advancement, it makes me feel like it's something having to do with money, career. So if there's something that you're looking to advance in career, shift, this is a time for you to have financial upswing. Now, when I move you into the energy of October, I see that the energy is going to open up for relationship. So we've got a few more months, and then I see we meet someone. Now, I'm going to tell you that my spirit guides have let me know that sometimes you tend to not give a person a chance, yes? You kind of shut down if they don't really give you the vibe right away, yes?
Yes, sometimes. I was in a relationship for the past 8 months, but I guess we kind of broke up. He kind of
disappeared.
Broke up with me. Yeah, he pulled away, but he did it before, so I don't know if he's going to come back or...
Well, that doesn't matter, because if they left once, we don't want to do that again, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Right. We want someone who's going to stand the test of time. We're looking for a life partner, right? So I feel as if October opens up the energy for a life partner. If this person comes back, it's not going to be something that's going to stay because they're not ready for what you're asking the universe for. And the universe is showing you that. Your guides and your angels, they're showing you that. So trust the experience and make a list of what you want and trust that they're going to bring them. So yes, to answer your question, there is a long-term committed relationship coming. You've been getting ready, you've been healing, and this person was kind of the transition person. So we're ready to be ready for love. All right, my dear?
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Kim. Is this your first time calling the show?
No, second time. I think I called about 2 years ago. I had heard you on the radio in my car.
Well, thank you so much for remembering us, and keep me posted. I love a good wedding. Bye for now.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You're
Thank you so much.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
There's a light, and we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to come right back on WWNN and continue the conversation with Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored
and you've lost some battles and you're can turn to me, and I will be your safe haven in this crazy world that we live in, and we lose ourselves every day. You can turn to me and count on me to be there every step of the way. I'm your safe haven every day. When you're thinking I can hear you, I am with you now, and every step of the way in this crazy world we live in, we lose ourselves every day. When you feel like you're lost and you don't know where you are, I will guide you to be in the safe haven with me. In this crazy world we live in every day, it's so easy to lose the way. So if you know in your heart I'm with you every step, you will find safe haven today. You will find safe haven today. Safe haven today. The sun begins to set and close out the day.
Love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way.
Oh, there's a light. Yes, indeed, everyone, there is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And yes, indeed, you're the light. Your questions, they light up the board. So I want to hear from you at 888-565-1470. We're answering your questions for your guides and your angels and opening up some phone lines just for you in the second hour here. But wait, we've got some really interesting news. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Next week, we're going to be heard live in Tampa. We'll be broadcasting live on WHFS 1010 AM, 92.1 FM, and 103.1. So we are looking forward to you calling your friends in Tampa and say, hey, I got some news. Sarah Spiritual's going to the west side of Florida, and we got a show for you. So from 6 to 7, we are going to be broadcasting live in Tampa. And of course, 6 to 8 right here in sunny South Florida. So share the light, share the love. And are you sharing that Facebook page? I really want to know that you're sharing to all your friends, all your family, and your groups. We're going to go back to Facebook and see what the questions are before we go to Margate, because I know someone who's holding in Margate. But first, let's answer a question on our social media. On our social media, we've got Christian Johnson. When? I love this question. Hey, Sarah, when will my true love come into my life? My birthday's coming up. They want a birthday surprise. We want a birthday partner, and the birthday partner is someone that is not going to come for your birthday. Sorry. They might pop out of the cake, but they're not the one. The one that I see coming for you is actually someone who is just a little bit away. You see, you are still doing some work within yourself, Christian Johnson, and this is an important part. We've been recalibrating some things for ourselves personally and financially. And when I move you into the energy of the fall, I see you falling in love. But it's not time yet, so you're going to have to sweat it out on your own in the summer heat. But Christian Johnson, love is coming. It's going to be a good birthday. Stay well, and thank you for following us on Facebook. Who else has a question for Facebook and YouTube? For us, we've got Haley Ramos. Haley Ramos, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And she's got a question. I'd like to know if any changes will be happening in mine and her boyfriend's relationship. So let's see. Let me kind of see what they're up to. You know, her boyfriend, Mr. Barry, he seems to be a little problematic here. Yeah, Barry. He's got some things going on here, Mr. Barry. So I got to tell you right now, Barry seems to be a little removed, a little bit in himself. I feel like he's kind of in his feelings. And I'm actually feeling like there's a little bit of disconnect going on right now. Like you're not quite on the same page. Now you, Haley Ramos, I feel like you're really looking forward to taking this all to the next step and the communication being better. So I'm looking at this relationship and I see here that you're two totally different people, which that can work. But for you, you're on this fresh start, this new beginning, and you're ready for something more. And Barry is still getting some things together, and he tends to want everything to be just right. Be a little patient with this one, and when he goes into his feelings, don't ask continually what's going on. Let him come to you. He's going through a major shift in his life. I actually feel like things have been a little bit uncertain for him in his energy, so he's trying to figure it out. But I do feel like the two of you could complement each other very well even with your differences. Thank you, Haley Ramos. Keep me posted. As we heard earlier, Sarah Spiritual loves a good wedding. You got a good wedding coming up? I could be your wedding singer. You need someone to sing at the church? I can do that too. So Haley put me on the list as your wedding singer. I got a few more weddings I'm going to be doing this year. Matter of fact, I've got a wedding I'm singing at in February. Whoopa! It's a Greek wedding, so I can't wait to sing at that one. We've got to go to the phone lines. I promised someone in Margate that they were my next phone call. And I've got Beret. I think I'm saying it correctly. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi. I'm here visiting my daughter-in-law in Florida, and she told me about you, so I just wanted to call to find out what my angels and guardians see for me.
Yes. And where are you visiting us from?
New York.
Ah, New York, New York. A heck of a town. Yes, indeed. So let me take a look at this energy here. So the first thing that they make me aware of here is I actually see, are you working on some business project or something to advance career here? Because I'm feeling money coming to you. We looking to promote something for ourselves, please?
No.
Okay. I see work and money coming to you. So something is coming here financially. So I'm seeing a great increase. So remember that I said that. Sometimes people don't know what it is, and then something comes. I also see here that personal relationships. You have a question about a personal relationship. What is your question?
Just in general, family-wise. I lost a lot within the last 2 months.
Okay.
And
let's you feel a little lost and alone, yes?
Not only that, I feel violated because I invite people to my home, and I feel they have taken from me.
Well, even family, we have to have a discerning spirit. You're coming to learn this, yes?
Yeah.
Female energy passed around you, please, yes?
Yes, my mom.
Yeah, I have your mom here on my paper, so that's on my energy paper here. So when I look at the energy here, you know what? I feel like there was a lot of division in the passing of your mom, please. Like, I don't feel like everyone's on the same page right now. It's almost like people are fighting in difficult energy here, and I feel like you're just trying to keep it all together for everyone. But and mom's exit of the planet was not something everyone was expecting at the time. Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes.
She is very much close to you, and I feel like she came to you in a dream because you have your own intuition, and she's giving you messages and signs. And there's something about, I'm going to say, the sister-in-law, someone's giving you difficulty, but I almost feel like it's someone on the outside of the family. Does that make any sense to you, please? Okay. We've got to watch ourselves with that. Now I'm going to go back to, remember when I said business, career, money, I see money. This is tied into all of this. So I always know when they tell me something, I've got to hold on to it, because there's things that are meant for you. And I want you to know meant for you only. And then there are those that are looking to like take even the simplest of things. Yes, like a bracelet. All right. So people are having difficulty here. But I also feel like there's something, is there property or something that's outside the country, please? There's some.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is connected to family, please? Yes? Okay.
Yep.
You have to watch that. I don't know what the tie is to mom or whatever, but whatever the energy of the property outside the country, this is also something that we need to look into. And but you are in charge of your mom's estate, yes, or things for her, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they show me as the executrix, right? So you're in charge of all of that. So when I look at that energy, they let me know that you are not to let anyone do anything unless it is exactly written. If not, everyone has to wait. You are most likely going to lose probably 2 people in your family from, they're not going to talk to you. But we cannot worry about that. Because your mom was a very honest, direct, and specific person. She was very specific with what she wanted done. Is this also true? Yes? Okay. So do not waver from that.
Okay. Now, can we go back a little bit? You mentioned money.
Yes.
And sister or sister-in-law. So that was my main reason for calling.
Yes.
Money I have lost.
Okay.
And I suspect It's sister/sister-in-law.
Yeah, we would suspect, right? Yes. So,
could you help me with that?
Let me see if I can get that exact thing, but I do know that
there was a lot of money.
I know. We got a lot of zeros on my paper. You should be here. Of course, my pen is running out here. Bear with me. Hold on. What is your brother's first name?
It starts with a K. I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. The sister-in-law's first letter, please.
S.
Okay, and your sister.
A.
Okay, I've got an A on my paper. That's kind of crazy. And I have a C, but the C I have on my paper is supposed to sound like a hard K or a C. So I feel like your sister-in-law and your brother are having difficulty with you during this as well. Is that also true? But you're going to have to ask your sister if she saw the said money.
Okay.
Because you're not always on the same page with your sister. This is true, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's been a rift and a jealousy between the two of you since about 2012, 2013, please?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense to you, yes? Yeah. Now you know why they told you to call me. I'll spy with my Sarah spiritual eye. But this is a difficult place to be. Because you know usually what happens then next, yes? Oh, no. I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. Okay. But clear as day. Well, it's kind of light. My pen is running out, but I'll show it to my friends on the radio. I have my letter A here. Whoops, letter A right there. Okay? And my K and my C. So there's a lot going on with your family. But I will tell you this, and this is what I have found. When money goes and it is taken, the universe returns it tenfold. So you tell the universe, if something is taken from me, ill-gotten, then I ask that you return it to me a different way. And I've always known the universe will do something wonderful for you. And then, you know what? It's on their conscience. Yeah. So all the more reason, please stick to the path you need to stick with of following your mom's wishes. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I really wish we had better conversation. I understand it's kind of complicated, but I do hope you remember to follow the show after you return back to New York, and let's pick it up and talk about some more fun stuff in the future. All right? Sorry for the loss of your mom. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. 888-565-1470. Yeah, if you ever wonder what I'm doing here, I'm scribbling. I'm capturing as much information from Spirit as possible, and I'm writing it down on my paper because it flies through my head so fast. It's like trying to catch the wind. It's not easy. So we put it down on the paper. We're going to go to Facebook. We're going to go to YouTube, and we're welcoming your questions at 888-565-1470. Let's see who we've got on our Facebook and our YouTube page. Oh, we've got T. Phillips, wondering if Spirit has any messages for me for the upcoming year. Just celebrated a birthday. We've got all these Cancer people who are really happy and excited about celebrating their birthday, and we just had the new moon in Cancer, and that's an emotional time. So my little Cancerian here, I got to tell you, T. Phillips, that this year for you is really going to represent this energy of your own personal power and stepping into really what's important for you. And they're talking to me about healthy boundaries here. So what I see coming up for you is you're learning to set healthy boundaries, putting yourself first, self-love, self-esteem. And I also see relationship, union, connection. I see solid connections with people. I feel like this is your power year, and it's a power year of love. It's a power year of truth. It is a power year of I've got to be me, and I'm putting me first. And it's not selfish. It's called honoring the me that is me. And I want you to know that you are really on track. It's going to be a really great year for you. And if the goal is to excel in work, I see some transition there as well. So as you're drawing your lines in the sand, make sure you step into your power and seize what's going to be a good opportunity in the very near future. Thank you, T. Phillips, for your YouTube question. We'd love to answer your questions on YouTube and Facebook. Drop a note to Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be sure to continue to answer the questions long after the show is done. Who else do we have here on our Facebook and our YouTube? Let's see who we've got here. We got, who else? Sarah Navasi. Sarah says, hey, what is my message for my spirit that I'm not quite hearing? You know, Sarah, the interesting thing about this is you're not hearing that there's an opportunity for you to let go of something that's not healthy for you in a connection with someone. I feel like you've been overcompensating, overdoing for someone, and now it's time for you to kind of pull back. Your message from your guides and your angels, I see Archangel Michael around you, and Archangel Michael is the angel of protection, also balancing the scales of justice. And I feel like, well, things are a little bit out of balance. So you too get the message of you got to put you first. And if there's a thought that you want to simplify life, please begin to do that, because now is the time for you to make that shift and that change. And your angels want you to know that you are not alone. And there's also a gentleman, Sarah Navasi, who is with you, who stands on the side of the father energy. So this man's on the father's side, father, grandfather energy, and he is stepping forward to show himself to me so that I know that you're not alone. So please look for all the clues and trust that your angels are with you throughout this wonderful journey. Thanks for your question. We're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I got to go deep in the heart of Texas. Yeehaw! I got Ada on the line. Ada, how are you?
Good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Ada. Good to reconnect with you. And what's your question for us, for your guides, for your angels?
Well, I have a question regarding the angels, and then I have a Sarah question.
A Sarah question. Oh, my God. Okay.
Do you want me to do the Sarah question first?
No, we'll talk to the angels first. Let's talk to the angels and see what we have here. So
I have a very important negotiation with a non-willing apprehensive company tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I want to know if I'm going to be able to
take a breath.
Get it.
Ada. Easy. Take a breath. I'm talking to the angel, and you're asking me your Sarah question. Hold on. She's like, I got to get to Sarah. No, the angel stepped in front of me. So they say to me, hear ye all. They're getting quite profound. Let there be justice and truth. Let you know you must provide all that is necessary to move yourself out of the box you're in. Hear ye all. The angels and the guides are with you. Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Uriel is here for enlightenment. And they tell me that you have been on your knees asking for assistance for the past 2 weeks. Yes?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. All right. What's your Sarah question? Hear ye all.
Well, that was it. One of it was that I have a very important negotiation with an apprehensive company tomorrow, and I wanted to know if I'm going to be able to get what I'm asking for, because they're quite apprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
And will it go positively with me? Any advice? Of course, it has to do regarding financials.
I know, and I feel as if there's something they're not, that they think is missing to justify the cause. What else do you need to bring or talk about that we haven't discussed? In other words, according to my guides and my angels, according to what I see from their energy, there's something else you need to kind of push them over the edge to see it your way. You know, it's not like Burger King, you get it your way. They need you to push them over the edge. Because this is a big financial matter, correct?
Yep.
And that's why they're not happy. Yep. They are not going to throw out dollars unless you have something that makes them feel like, and it's interesting, they're telling me, my spirit guides are telling me the truth. So we have to make sure that they understand that you're coming from a place of truth. Because I feel like they're trying to imply that you're not being truthful. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Okay. Something about truth. Something has to be exact. Something has to be direct. Something has to be truthful. You have a lawyer for this, please?
This is past that. This is just renegotiating a fee.
Okay. Yeah, but it's not a small fee.
No.
No. Will you settle for 10% less of what you want?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
That's not what I want to do.
That's not what, yeah, but I see something about 10% less than what you want. So if that's along the plan of what you're talking about, I feel like you're close to throwing the numbers the way that they're going to believe is the right choice. Okay? There's a 10% difference.
10% from the lower or the higher?
Sweetheart, I don't know. I can only report the news from Spirit. 10%.
No, I'm wondering, from the right or from the left?
Well, pray. I will tell you to read Psalm 27 and 111 and 138 and 129 so that you can have better favor in this matter.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Will justice be done in everything else? Will everything come out fine?
I said, hear ye, let there be truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So let
and
there be
then
truth.
the Sarah question.
Yes.
Oh, anything else?
No, because I thought that was the Sarah question. Now I'm real confused, but okay, go ahead.
The Sarah question is, when you're talking about guides, we have our physical, you figure that you come, the family who are around you,
Yes.
some family that you're very close for,
Yes.
that have always been very guided here on earth, people that you love, who you love.
Yes.
They pass on.
They are not
They
always...
go on to the other realm.
Correct, but they're not always your guides. They don't always get assigned to you to be a guide. They are there to wish you well. They're there to hold the space. But it depends on where they are on their spiritual journey, whether they will be anybody's guide. And very often, when somebody shows up as a guide, or in a really strong loved one assisting you through life energy, it's often the person who didn't do a lot for you here who's actually got to make up for whatever on the other side. So it's not always what we assume is going to happen.
Okay, because that was my question regarding the reincarnation, if you can still be in contact with those who have reincarnated.
Now, well, that's a whole nother story. So if they're a guide, they're still in the heavens, but they're in an elevated position, and they've passed through many lifetimes and done a list of deeds and expanded their consciousness to a level where one of the next steps for them to do is to be of assistance to someone here on earth. Lord knows I'm keeping a few on their toes right now. They're like, oh, Lord, I might never pass my test to get to the next level because Sarah's making me crazy, right? So I've got those kind of guides. But I tell you this, that your loved ones, if they have reincarnated, which does happen, some people reincarnate quickly, others are there for quite a while. I know many people are not certain about reincarnation. Reincarnation is actually mentioned in the Bible. But this transformation, this reincarnation back in, every once in a while you can feel the soul connection with someone, but it's difficult to connect with them if they've already reincarnated because they have the veil down and they're in a whole nother life, a whole nother experience. Now, I have had people notice that when they sit across from someone, it's almost like they can feel like they're seeing their father all over again, or so they could see it in the eyes. And it's very possible that the person has reincarnated and they're seeing it in someone else's face, someone else's eyes. And then there's a whole nother story about people who are walk-ins. This is when someone comes from the other side, and as someone is ending their life, their soul passes on, but the soul that's in the holding pattern that still has a mission to complete actually steps into the body of that person for a period of time to complete something very important. And that would be known as a walk-in. And that walk-in is usually someone who's an ascended being who comes in the physical body to actually accomplish something particular for mankind. It's quite a complicated, diverse world up there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you for a very interesting question, Ada. And we will put a little prayer together for you tomorrow so that you can get the 10% on the side that you want so that everything works well for you. Thanks, Ada, so much for your question.
Thank you very much. I love listening to your show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate the conversation. Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, I got to go to Massachusetts. Got to see what's going on there. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There, you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Yes, indeed, we are here live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And don't forget, next week, we're going to Tampa from 6 to 7. So be sure to learn all about it at sarahspiritual.com and pop into our Facebook page, Sarah Spiritual, our Instagram page. We're going to be talking all about it as we build up for our big debut in Tampa. We're really glad to be welcoming Tampa to our listening audience. So I can't quite get all the way up to Massachusetts. Not yet, anyhow. But for now, I've got to answer a question from Lily, and Lily is in Massachusetts. Lily, how are you?
I'm well. It's actually Willie.
Oh, Willie. Well, good. Well, when I heard your voice, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a Lily, but okay. All right. So, note to people behind the board, W-I. So, Willie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great. So, what's your question for us?
So I'm kind of at a crossroads right now, and I definitely want to talk to the guides and the angels about next steps. So, as you know, I started a business last year, and things have been going pretty well. I think I've made a lot of great progress, and I've really been promoting and marketing my products on every platform. I've even gone so far as to identify actual brick and mortar stores that are selling things similar or that would be a good fit, and I'm emailing them directly to market the product that way. If the store is local, I'm walking into the store with samples to market it that way. Probably sent like 75 plus emails in the last month alone, and I'm not really getting any bites. I'm continuing to do what I'm going to do, and I'm not like being discouraged, but it just seems like I don't know if I'm missing something or if I just need to wait for the right time or what. And then on the flip side of things, with my 9-to-5, I'm definitely ready to transition from where I currently work because I don't really like the vibe of the people I work with. But I'm not like in a rush to leave. However, I'm very well aware of the fact that if I'm going to continue to work for other people, I need to be getting paid what I'm worth. And just this past week alone, I've applied to 3 positions that I really were not looking for, but they were good fits, and they're definitely senior leadership positions. So I'm just like, okay, something may come from one of these positions. I don't know. So I'm kind of at a place
so
where
you're
I'm
at
like,
a crossroad, but you're also throwing spaghetti on the wall is what you're doing. It's an old sales technique. So something's going to stick, right? So you're opening. So it's funny, you were talking about your work, and I started to hear, working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. So I got Dolly Parton in the room here. So anyway, the energy there is just so toxic. And what I hear is from the dissatisfaction, you're wanting to attract something that is going to be more rewarding, more meaningful. Yet, on the other hand, you want to get paid more, you want to have a better experience, but you kind of like the gig you got because you can just kind of coast to some degree.
That's true, yeah.
And so it allows your mind to wander into the land of imagination, which is where great inspiration comes. And when we have the inspiration, we have the motivation to get somewhere for our business. Now, what you're describing is a very popular game in sales. And you have to imagine, especially in brick and mortar, a lot of people are not willing to take on too many new products right now because they're kind of glad they still have their brick and mortar because it was a rough go 2020 into 2021. So unless it's tried and true, but you're also not approaching the right target market. And the best way to approach your target market is to look at other people who are doing what you're doing on social media and identifying a better niche and building your platform on social media first. Because your brick and mortar people will only order a few. Like I have some places that carry my products, but they're only ordering a few. It's not like I landed targets and I'm getting thousands of orders a week. So if we want to replace income, we're going to need to create the buzz around your products. We're going to need to differentiate, and we're going to need to get creative in how we market it. So you want to work with your social media platforms a little bit more. Now, as far as other leadership positions, that will take a lot from you. So tread carefully. If the right leadership position comes up, that gives you an increase, significant, and you're willing to just let your business stay and just work itself with a little bit of push from yourself, then you take your leadership. But if you're not ready to continue working for someone else, then you owe it to yourself to look at your product and find the right audience and begin to connect to those people. Even social media influencers.
Okay.
Making connections with people and having them promote your product.
Okay. Promotion is a good key word, because my thoughts were, well, maybe if I get this leadership position and I'm making significantly more,
Right.
that can be more money available to me to pay for more promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I may not be able to do as much, on the ground movement with my business every day, but
Correct.
I can pay for other people to do it for me to make up for the loss that I can do, for myself.
Correct.
But that may or may not be the best strategy.
Well, it's a strategy. But as you were talking, my spirit said, Sarah Spiritual, could you please remind the man that, now that you're not Lily, could you please remind the man that no one is as good a brand ambassador as you are? So in putting your product out on the ground, who's going to sell the sizzle? When I look back at everything that has the 15 years of my business, I was the person pushing everything out in front of everyone from the beginning. Now, people could be sitting around the table going, oh, you've got that spray from Sarah, I've got this one, right? People who've never met each other. So it's momentum, and it takes time.
Yeah.
I love the way people think I'm going to, build an online store and then I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to be rich. And I know you know better than that, but it doesn't always work that way. There's a lot of mechanics that have to go on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
From your website being picked up on Google, there's so much.
Yeah.
So finding someone who can help you with some of the technical things to kind of help you move forward may be a good idea.
Or funny you mentioned that.
Yeah. Or learning a little bit more about it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
doing it yourself. So coast for a while, but it is a good idea to navigate some new opportunities, see where they could take you, and then decide if it's worth the jump. The crossroad is be still. Nothing is really pulling you in one direction, so we're going to wait for the traffic. What's that song? Sitting on the corner watching all the girls go by? Well, you're going to watch all the cars go by until you're ready to get in one, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the show and appreciate it. And we send you much love and light for your product line. I know you get the right fit soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're having quite the conversation here. We got our business people. We've got all sorts of things going on. Before I go back to the phone lines, let's pull a question from YouTube and Facebook before I go to Louisiana. Let's see, we got Gloria Garcia. Gloria. I got to move with my boyfriend to Texas. Is this the right time? So, is it the right time for them to move? Is it the right time? Something doesn't feel right about the move. I feel like something's not quite together, Gloria, for when you go for the move. So something doesn't seem to add up together for this move. Is there a way, could there be a way, Gloria Garcia, that this move can move to the month of October? This might form a better timeline for you. If we can't wait till October, then I do hope that you're going by the end of July. But something is not going to be ready or work out exactly the way you both are planning, so just be prepared for a little bit of surprise. But we send you much love and light as you navigate this change, Gloria Garcia, with you and your boyfriend. I know that there's a great connection between the two of you. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. We're going to take another question from Facebook before we go back to my phone lines. And before I go to Louisiana, I got Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc says, hi, it's my first time here. We welcome you, Joan of Arc. And a friend from the United States told me about you. I'm in Switzerland. Her birthday is November 21st. So let's see. Is there a question associated with that? Joan of Arc, there's a great opportunity coming for you, a new beginning for you. Think of yourself as a clean slate, a fresh start. What's her question?
How long will it take till I find or get a new job?
Okay, great. It's a perfect time for making changes. And when I look at new job, new opportunity, if I see the new opportunity, I'm kind of placing you in the energy of September is a great window for this new job to come. And I feel by your birthday, you're feeling much more comfortable, much more financially rewarded, Joan of Arc. So Joan of Arc, keep looking and keep moving yourself forward. It is going to come. We just got to let the summer pass. And thanks so much for listening in Switzerland. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to go to Louisiana, and I've got Brooke on the line. Brooke, how are you tonight?
I'm doing very good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm great, Brooke. Time for you to grow and expand. And I feel like you're getting anxious to make a move, yes?
I am. I'm really excited for this move.
Yes.
But at the same time, there has been a little downward spiral that there has been one little hiccup.
For work?
Yes.
Yes, I see that. What's your question?
Well, I mean, I know I did what I thought was the right thing.
Right.
But I'm worried that I won't be able to keep up and I won't be able to stay in that move that I'm looking forward to, you know? I've worked really hard and really long for this to happen, only to have it backfire on me. And I don't like that, you know?
Well, sometimes we have to work out some kinks, Brooke, and you're learning to build your confidence, and things do backfire. Like every day something can backfire. If you talk to me or you talk to my producer, we have some days that we're like, oh my God, what else can go wrong, right? So things happen. But we learn to realize that we're stronger and better than the experience in front of us, and that we can overcome what's in front of us. And just because something doesn't seem to be supporting our goal or a move in your case, that doesn't mean we're not going to get there. That means we need to get more creative as to how we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that comes with confidence.
Yeah. What I need, I want to be able to make the hours so I can be able to afford my apartment, because I was supposed to have a full time, but after this little hiccup, I drew on myself. I have to go looking for more job opportunities, yes. And I like the job I'm at, where I'm at, you know, and I want to stay with it, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know.
If I'm hearing you correctly, they cut back your hours, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All because of a little mistake. I thought it would, I wanted to tell the truth, and it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to, and so now I have to find something else.
Well, you know, sometimes people can't handle the truth, right? Yeah. But you'll find something else. So you'll be fine. It's not going to backfire. The only way it's going to backfire is if that's the energy that you invite in, and that's what you hold on to.
I really don't want that energy to flow in. I want to keep the positive side, and I'm really excited about this move. It's finally coming. Everything is coming true, just like you said, and I'm so excited about it.
All right, then tell your little girl she's worthy of all the changes, and she's strong enough to navigate this bump. Remember your little girl who feels afraid. That's the little girl who's acting up inside, who's like, I don't know, here we go again, Brooke. It's going to all fall apart. Back to square one. That's what your little girl's like. Rah, 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 rah. We don't need that. You tell your little girl, it's okay. We got this. Trust yourself, honey. We'll say a prayer for you. All right, Brooke in Louisiana, thank you for keeping us posted, and we greatly appreciate you following the show. I know you'll be okay, Brooke. Keep keeping on. You'll be fine. Bye for now.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. Isn't it crazy how that little voice inside our head can make us think, oh my goodness, things aren't going to work out, and it starts to weigh us down? Everyone's got to take a breath then. I've got to go to Florida, and I don't know who this is. Kimon? I think that's the name. Kimon in Florida. Hello?
Hello.
How are you? How do you pronounce your name, please?
Kimon.
I did it right, by golly. Well,
I'm a first-time caller.
Well, welcome. But after my poor Willie was Lily there for a minute, I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up here. So, Kimon.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Welcome to the show. And what an interesting time it's supposed to be for you, because you've been getting ready for the past 2 years, because I feel like 2019 was a time of change for you, and you had to navigate some bumps to get yourself to where you are, and you're looking for a fresh start. Does that make sense to you, Kimon?
Yes, I am definitely looking for a fresh start.
Yes.
But it seems like each time I take a step forward, I keep taking like 3 steps backward.
You know, I think Brooke in Louisiana needs a roommate. Maybe we want to send you over there, and the two of you can... No, I'm teasing. Well, yeah.
I don't do a roommate.
I'm teasing you. But listen, we all go through exactly what you're going through. We take a step forward, and then something happens, and we feel frustrated, and you feel blocked. And you've been putting yourself on a path of study and growth. Yes, we want to make a move in career, correct?
Definitely, yes.
And I see that.
I've been trying new stuff, and it's like the focus is not really there. So each time I try, it's like, oh, should I really be doing this?
Right.
Or should I be focusing on work?
And
but at the same time, working, bringing in enough income, and then the next thing over here is like, it's like the thing that will make you,
I understand.
Don't have to work.
All right. Well, you're finding that much bacon. Let us know where to go, because you got to bring in the bacon. But sometimes it's not as easy as they make it look. And is there a study of something that you were considering to do to make an all-around difference in your career, please?
RN.
Okay, for a test, yes? And you second-guess yourself on that because you're concerned about that whole process. Is that true, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know, but you can do it. You see, you have to remember that there's some challenges to that because we have tests to take and studying. But you can do that. You can master that. And you can pass.
It's just fear.
It's fear, exactly, which we know is false evidence appearing real. And the thing that helps people overcome their fear, and I say this to you, and I say it to everyone, if we are passionate about what we want to do, no matter what the perceived obstacles may be, if we are passionate and we believe in ourselves, we can do it and overcome the obstacles. And when we do it for the right reasons, I've talked to people who said, oh, I want to be an engineer, I want to do this. Well, why do you want to do that? Do you really want to do that? And they're like, well, no, I just want to go because of the money. So if you really want to be an RN, and it's not just about how much bacon you're bringing home.
No, because actually I really do have a passion of, to take care of people and stuff.
Great. So that's why you're going to be successful.
Okay.
That's why you can do that. But I know to be an RN and to try to work and pay the bills now, it's a process.
Yes.
But we have to be willing to sacrifice and move ourselves in the direction of the ultimate goal, because then we know life will be easier.
That's true.
But it's an investment in self. And you have other people who've talked inside your head, and that's part of the problem. We're like, I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you're smart. And it's like too much for you. So you have to stop. And you have a big mouth, I got to tell you. You have to stop telling. You have to stop telling people what you're doing and when you're doing it.
That's true.
Because people are cutting your energy with their thoughts of whether they think you can or can't.
That's true.
It says,
I'm a big thing. I have a big thing about energy. It's like,
I know.
Whatever you give, that's what you receive. So,
yes, unless you give your energy
the energy you receive.
But honey, if you give your energy to the wrong people who don't hold space for you, there's a line in the Bible that says, let your desires be spoken only unto the Lord. Does that mean tell your friends, neighbors, and everybody what you're going to do? No. It's you have a private meeting with God and you say, God, angels, guides, This is what I'd love to do. Support me, guide me, help me pick the right professors, the right school. Give me the clarity of mind to concentrate, to study and pass the tests. Give me the strength and the perseverance. This is what we ask for. This is why our guides are sitting around going, I sure hope they ask for some help sometime, because these humans are really messing up.
Yeah.
Trust that you can do this. This is where I see you going. That's why I said, is there a test, there's a study, there's a work, there's something here, because I feel like that's the next level, and that's your destiny. That's who you came to be, a healer, a helper, someone who is of service to someone.
Yeah, but I have an issue with starting stuff and not finishing.
Okay, so you commit to yourself that you will start and you will complete it, even if you have to take a break. Not every flower grows at the same time. If we threw a whole bunch of seeds in, some will come, and then some will never grow, and then others will grow at a slower pace. No two flowers bloom at the same time. No two seeds grow at the same time. Each person has their own unique timing and pace. You cannot compare yourself to another, but in this human experience, we tend to compare ourselves with others. And for you, it's time for you to believe in you. Come on, how did you hear about the show?
I was actually listening to the radio station, and then I turn it off and go into Walmart, and then I get at Walmart and be like, I hope it's still on. So I'm like, okay, let me call. And then there's like a voice that don't call, and then when I called, I was actually going to hang up, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me just stay on the phone till it's my turn.
Perfect timing, because we're going to get ready to end the show, so you couldn't have timed it better. I'm glad you listened to the voice that said, hang in there. Just like I'm telling you, hang in there on the journey to nurse. You can find us here on WWNN and on Facebook and YouTube, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Welcome to our family, and we hope you continue to listen. God bless you, and keep us posted. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. And as we know, our guides and our angels are always with us. And look, she had a voice. One voice said, don't worry about it. Don't bother. And the other voice was like, no, hang in there. Wait till it's your turn. Wait till it's your turn, everyone. There is a perfect time for everyone. God's timing is not always matching our timing. We kind of tend to push things a little bit. You've got to trust the process and know that your angels and your guides, they are always with you. I sure hope you join us next Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And remember, we're going to be popping on in Tampa from 6 to 7 on WHFS 1010 AM, 92.1 and 103.1 FM. Thanks so much for joining us. Great conversation. Love my friends on Facebook and YouTube. Visit me at sarahspiritual.com. For now, good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.